The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman falls to Johnson C. Smith, 95-92. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, a slow start, a frenetic finish. Second half, you shoot 57% from the floor, but Johnson C. Smith matches you in that regard. How do you break down a game where you started slow, finished fast, but still not enough to get the victory?
Well, first of all, you got to give a lot of credit to Johnson C. Smith. I mean, they had an unbelievable shooting performance tonight. Come in and take 33s and make half of them. That doesn't typically happen to us. But the credit goes to them. They shot the ball with great confidence, and I don't think it's necessary as much about us as them. The credit goes to them.
Stedman Lemon, 29 points. DeAndre Pratt, 20 points. Why was it difficult to slow them down? Just making the ball?
They made the shots. They made shots.
Plain and simple.
They took tough shots. They didn't take horse shots. They took tough, contested shots and made them. We want people to take long twos. They took a lot of long twos. They made those. They were taking NBA plus range threes and making those. And that's I like the fact our guys showed some poise and didn't get rattled despite that. I mean, we've seen it after playing like we played for the last 5 years. Teams don't consistently do that for 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. They did it for 40. And that was surprising because if you look at the year, they were shooting 24% from the three. Yeah. So, the percentages said they would not do that. History has shown that some of those guys can really shoot the ball effectively, and they did it today.
Still, you're down 9, 90 seconds left. Rally with a 7-0 run to get within a point, but had so many fouls to give. Break down the final 90 seconds or so and how that went down.
It's one of those deals where there was we really stressed our kids, don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. And you get in a situation like that, now it's 10-3 foul difference, and we've got to start fouling every time they inbound the ball. Time's clicking off that clock. But I like the fact we were in it late. We were in it late, and again, it's really difficult because every game sort of is its own special story, and you and I talked after our first two games about the fact that our guys, I thought we were still very much in sort of the process of finding out who this team was, and we're not really putting together two halves. We were slow starting a little bit today for some reason, but I thought overall this really wasn't about us. I mean, you just got to say when you play a team that shoots the ball that well, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do, because they were taking the shots we would, typically want them to take, and they're making them, and people hanging off of them, they're making them. So, again, kudos to them.
How do you reset things now? You struggled to find the bottom of the basket late in the stages of the Lander game, clearly righted the ship and went haymaker for haymaker with the Golden Bulls in the second half. How do you continue the process in another game where you keep getting thrown depth curveballs?
Yeah, we've got to get healthy.
Out with a migraine.
We got to get healthy. We come in here today at 3:30 for a shoot around, and everything's fine. And I get a call about 4:00, and he's deathly ill. I mean, and those kind of things happen. And we're just not a team. We've had so much adversity in preseason, and now that we're not a team that can handle that effectively. Hopefully, as the year goes on, and we get some other guys, the Will Gardners, the Zach Pangallos, some of these other kids some minutes, maybe they will become more adept at being productive. But when 2 hours out, when you're told that your starting center is out, you know what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do? And he tried him. He wanted to go, but it just got worse and worse. And he's a wreck right now. But hopefully he'll get better and get back with us before our next game Saturday.
Is there anything to do between now and an 11 a.m. tip with USC Aiken to get back in the win column, considering what Johnson C. Smith did here today?
Well, I think we have got. I think we always have to be honest with ourselves on exactly what happened, And so, like I said, it would be easy to be really down and discouraged that we've lost 2 home games in a row. It would be really easy to do that. But the reality is, as I said, a lot of credit has to go to Johnson C. Smith because they took tough shots and made them.
Yeah.
So as long as I keep that in perspective, then it takes a little bit of the pressure off of the realities of our level of responsibility in that. We will come out and have good 2 days of preparation for our next game and try to focus our attention to the next opponent. Will we address some of the things that happened in this game? Yeah, I mean, there are always things to learn. I mean, we turned the ball over too much as usual, and that doesn't make me happy. But I mean, we're rebounding the ball decently. We are not fouling. I like that. We're really trying to establish a rotation.
Yeah.
We're trying to establish a rotation and figuring out who the heck can play.
And tough to do when key components you're missing a different one. It feels like each game this season.
Yeah. And so we just got to deal with the reality of our situation and maintain poise and use these experiences to grow and in time, I think very much like last season, we continued to work on getting better as the year went on, and that's the same approach we're taking now. Despite anything else, that's where we're going to stay focused.
Chuck, pleasure as always. We'll talk to you Saturday at the Convocation Center.
Thanks, Adam.
That is Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson.